guys, so this is going to be a very kind of odd, interesting, kind of weird video, but okay, so if you guys haven't heard of the Neuralink, I'm sure most of you know what the Neuralink is, but if you don't know who Elon Musk is, he's the guy who invented Tesla or whatever the fuck, and he was the one who has now invented the Neuralink, which is like a weird chip you're supposed to put in your fucking brain. And I don't know exactly what it's supposed to do, but I guess it's gonna turn you AI and do all sorts of fucked up shit. But what I wanted to say is, first of all, I actually didn't think the Neuralink thing was gonna actually happen. I didn't really think that they were actually gonna push through with this shit, but apparently they did, because I saw a video the other day of the first Neuralink going into this 30-year-old's brain. So the very first guy actually got the very first Neuralink went into this guy's brain who's 30 years old, who has like a spinal injury, so he can't walk. So now he has the first chip implanted in his brain, and that was all sorts of fucked up. Apparently this guy can like control the internet through his mind and do all sorts of things just by thought and all this shit. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna think that's fucking cool, but I wanna make a video on this to tell you how fucking wrong this whole Neuralink thing is, and I hope to God that the whole world rejects this shit and does not get a fucking chip implanted in their fucking brains. You know, I don't think people realize how dangerous and how serious this is. People don't understand, like, why would you agree to put some random chip in your brain that would give you the ability to do all these weird things? Because sure, it sounds cool on the outside, but you don't know the repercussions, you don't know the side effects, you don't know the consequences of that chip being in your brain and what it can fucking do to you. If that chip gives you the ability to do all sorts of weird shit you couldn't do before, you don't think the chip couldn't control your brain or do some shit to fucking control you, where you don't have any fucking control of yourself and you lose yourself, and then therefore becoming more of a fucking bot, more of an AI, and you're no longer fucking human anymore. Neuralink should not even be fucking happening, and I hope to God nobody agrees to take that shit. You don't understand how dangerous that is. Once that shit's implanted in your brain, how the fuck do you think it's coming out? Once it's in there, it's in there. The only way you'd be getting out at that point is putting a hole in your fucking brain, and they'd have to eject it out of your fucking head, and at that point, it can fucking kill you if you even have a chance of getting it out. Not only that, but keeping the chip implanted in your brain, you don't think that couldn't cause, like, what if they're creating some sort of AI army where people now have chips implanted in their brains, they lose control, and now they have a whole army of people who no longer have control of themselves. You guys are a bunch of AIs now, and now you're all in bot mode, and who knows what they could be used for. They could use you for fucking war, for violent purposes, for fucking nefarious purposes. Like, people don't think about these things until it's too fucking late, and until all of a sudden the news starts coming on telling you all the bad things that this Neuralink is doing, and then now you're in full panic mode, but now it's too late because you had that shit implanted in your fucking brain. If you guys are watching this video now, okay, take that as a sign to ignore the Neuralink chip. Don't put that shit in your head. Don't even consider it. That is what is going to cause the downfall of society, because that, by putting a chip in your brain, it is taking away all of the essence of who we are, your naturalness, and it's creating you into a bot. And that's not natural. It's taking away from the earth, the natural world, and therefore the natural world will never be able to thrive and evolve in the best way possible, because in order for that to happen, us as a species collectively have to make that happen. And we can't do that if we're being controlled and brainwashed and we have no control of ourselves, or we're being used for fucking nefarious purposes or some other fucking shit. Like, you don't fucking know what their plan is, but you know there's no good intention of putting a chip in your fucking brain. Sure, they're gonna tell you that, but it's all fucking propaganda, and that's all you'll ever see is fucking propaganda. Actually shocking that I even have to get on here and talk about this. Like, I have to warn people about the chip and to tell them to please not fucking take it, as if you guys even need a warning. If you guys are already smart enough, you don't need the warning because you know better, but I know, unfortunately, a lot of people are gonna want that chip because they think it's gonna look cool on the outside. The media is going to tell you, oh my God, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, to manipulate the hell out of you, and they're making it sound cool so you fucking take it, and then once you take it and it's too late and you lose control of yourself and bad shit starts happening, and then what fucking happens? And then what are you going to do about it? It's just so wrong in so many levels that this is even allowed, because no one knows the consequences of what this is going to do, but I can already tell you what's going to happen. And it's gonna be the worst shit fucking possible. And now here's the future, and here we are, and all this bad shit's happening. So you take that Neuralink, that chip in your brain, you're fucked, okay? Like, there's just no getting out of that. You don't need a chip in your fucking brain. You don't need it. Like, you just don't fucking need that shit. And the more you convince yourself otherwise that you do need it, the more hopeless and the more doomed you are. And I'm trying to, make sure you guys don't get to that point because it's so fucking useless. And what do you think it's even, what benefit do you think a chip in your brain is going to do for you? Why would you think that going on the internet and controlling things with your thoughts, what is that going to do for you anyway? How does that benefit us? How does it help the world thrive, evolve, and to become better and more safe and just more fucking, you know, more fun for all and just a better place for all? How is that going to help us in any way, shape, or form? It just doesn't work that way. Elon Musk is equivalent to a fucking mad scientist who's evil as shit, who is a murderous fuck, who doesn't give a fuck about your well-being, and he's that mad scientist who wants to experiment on the population and doesn't care what happens to us. That's how every one of them are. But a lot of you believe these people are fucking good. They're not. They're evil beyond control, beyond fucking help at this point. Like, you don't realize who these people truly are and what their true agendas are. But you know what? Keep talking shit, keep saying what you want, and keep telling yourself that, you know, that plant's gonna be fucking good, that chip, because, you know, you can control the internet, you can control things with your thoughts. Sounds so fucking cool, but you need a chip in your brain to do that. I'm sure we could do things like that naturally without a fucking chip in your brain, but you just don't know it because you don't know the true extent of your true fucking nature and what you're truly capable of. But you won't know again because now that chip has you full controlled and you don't know your full capabilities because that chip's gonna be controlling you in every way fucking possible. So I'm not gonna keep going on about it. I'm gonna end it here, but you guys know it's not good news. It's just gonna be part of the downfall of society by putting that in all of our brains. You're gonna lose control. Think about a smart car, okay? An electric car. Electric cars can get hacked, okay? That's just the true nature. Electric cars are dangerous. They can get hacked, and then you can lose control of the car. Somebody can literally hack your car, electric car, take control, and you no longer have control over it. That's the same with this Neuralink. If people can take control of that, I bet you, and you'll no longer have control of yourself. But again, whatever, because it sounds fucking cool. You got to do what you guys got to do. But I know I'm never taking shit like that. I'm staying natural for eternity, and no one's ever going to tell me fucking otherwise. And that's all I got to say about that. Guys, take my advice. Don't take my advice. Do what you want to do. It does not fucking matter. I know what I'm going to do. That's all that matters. And I hope to God you guys don't fuck yourselves in the end of all this. Because once you get that chip in your brain, there is no going back. So watch this video. Let that be the confirmation you need not to take that if you were thinking about it. And if you weren't thinking about getting it, you're already fine anyway. But this is more catered toward the people who want it desperately or think it sounds cool. It's not cool. It's going to destroy you and everything about you. And it's just going to take away from your purpose. And your whole life will be fucking destroyed once you take it. So I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. But I love you guys. Take my advice, please. Don't make that mistake like that poor bastard, the first fucking victim to take it did. There's no going back for the poor bastard. He has no idea how bad it is because he's the first guy right now. So you're not going to know for a little while. So let him have fun. I don't want to know what's going to happen. Just know that it's not going to be anything good. So give me a kiss. Don't take the Neuralink. Stay human, stay natural, and chase your dreams. Become the best version of yourself. And that's all you need to do. You're welcome.